you've seen me on social media, you know exactly what this is. This is our Devotion Nutrition protein loaf that I make for my family every single week. I prep them. They're the perfect little meal that you can eat at home, on the go, and this is our protein loaf. Today I'm gonna show you how to make a batch in my loaf pan. Now these are mini loaf pans. They're 3x5 and you can get them at any home goods store or Amazon. These protein loaves are super easy. There are 4 ingredients and it's mainly things that you probably already have in your pantry. These protein loaves are just 4 simple ingredients. You have your protein, your old-fashioned oats, pure pumpkin puree, and liquid egg whites. So in order to scale that for my family for the week, I'm gonna be making 8 protein loaves. And that means it's 2 cups of old-fashioned oats right into the bowl. And then I'm gonna add 8 scoops of our Devotion Nutrition protein. Now the really fun part about these loaves is that you can make them with any flavor. This is a very versatile recipe. You can also alter the recipe for higher carbs, lower carbs, higher fat, in which we have a lot of those recipes right on our website. But this is the classic one that I make for my family, we all love. And the Sinful Cinnamon has been absolutely delicious and it pairs really well with pumpkin. One of my favorite ingredients to use with our protein is pure pumpkin puree. Don't forget, it's not the pumpkin pie filling, it's just pure pumpkin. It really helps to make everything stay super moist and also is a great way to add extra vitamins and fiber to your recipes. Now, people ask all the time, can you taste the pumpkin in the recipes? I personally cannot. Our Devotion protein has so much flavor and the pumpkin really gets covered up. So I don't think you have to worry about that. And last but not least, I use liquid egg whites. And then we're gonna use 2 cups of the liquid egg whites. Oh, wow, that was perfect. Okay. Now this is optional. Baking with Devotion, you really don't need baking powder, but some people do like their baked goods to rise a little more fluffy. It can change up the texture a little bit, so a couple of teaspoons certainly won't hurt, and they also make your loaves look a lot prettier. Okay, so you're gonna mix all of that up. And like I said, if you're gonna make a single loaf, you can just use the single loaf recipe or cut this recipe as many times as you need to make the amount of loaves you desire to make. Another fun thing about making these loaves is that you can also add anything you like to the loaves. I have seen people add chocolate chips or nuts. You can add a swirl. You can really do whatever to make these a more personalized loaf flavor profile. Okay, next you're just going to grease your little mini loaf pans. And then I eyeball pouring, like separating the batter into each mini loaf pan. I've gotten better at doing that. I just give everybody a scoop and then, but if you want to be really perfect, you can weigh out each portion. Wow, that smells really, really good. You can also add extra cinnamon or flavors if you want. Some people like to add a little pop of vanilla extract. It's really a personal preference. Okay, so there they are. You're going to put these in the oven at 350. I start watching them at around 15 minutes, but no more than 20 minutes. The key to keeping these really moist is taking them out before they're completely cooked. There's nothing raw in the loaves, so you aren't eating anything that can harm you, and I really like them moist. Now, sometimes with the loaves, when I take them out of the oven, I either eat them hot I'll eat one right hot out of the oven, but the rest of them I'm wrapping in foil and I'm putting in my fridge and I'm saving. And sometimes I like to slice them in half and put them in my toaster or my air fryer to get them crispy. So that actually helps if they are a little undercooked, because then you'll crisp them back up in the air fryer. So I'm gonna go put these in the oven and I'll show you what it looks like afterwards. So when these come out of the oven, they should pop right out of your pan, and they are really perfect, just like this. You can then wrap them in foil, or if you want to, some people like to, like I said, slice them open, and you can see they look like perfect, delicious little breads. You can add some nut butter and some jelly, or you can toast them, and they are perfect to take on the go or eat anytime. A lot of people ask me about how to store their mini loaves. So every week I like to take foil, and after I make my protein loaves, they've cooled a little bit, I will wrap each one individually in foil, and it looks just like this, and I store them in my refrigerator like this all week. So then it's easy to grab and go. I can throw it in my gym bag, I can throw it in my work bag. They're a great snack to take to the office. So this is great, or you can freeze them, and they will last long term for quite a while if they are frozen fresh out of the oven and wrapped up in foil. Cheers.